Statewide here in Colorado, we've seen a 22% increase in our inventory. That with 14,068 new listings in the month of May. Now, with the median home price going up and increasing by 3% of 555,000 statewide, with an average of 44 days on the market, again, statewide. Hi, I'm Kevin Shoemaker with eXp Realty, and my team's been serving the Colorado Front Range for over the last 30 years, helping consumers make educated decisions whether buying or selling homes. And so we're going to dive into the market and talk about what's the market doing, what can you expect, and what opportunities are out there if you're looking to purchase a home or you're considering selling a home and even maybe purchasing. And we'll give you some tools and some ideas and suggestions of what can help you and guide you and give you an idea of the value of your home, or again, what may be the values of the homes in those special neighborhoods and communities that you would desire to bring your family to. So let's dive in and take a look at some numbers. So as we look at the market nationally, what we're starting to see is a continued increase on days on market, and that's just sort of a national trend. We're also seeing we're seeing an increase in inventory, but yeah, we're still way below the national average, which we're going to show you here in a bit. Now, what I do want to tell you is homes are still selling. We are seeing days on market go up a little bit, but buyers are being a little more cautious. So homes with amenities like a golf course, waterfront, backing to open space, having community amenities like swimming pools, biking trails, easy access to the Front Range. Those homes are selling quickly, and the nice ones move fast. So if you're thinking about selling, you have a little bit of a to-do list, some deferred maintenance. Make sure you tidy it up, do the painting, because those things really matter and they make a big impact. So when we look at the national inventory, you're going to see here nationally, statewide, you're going to see in Colorado, we've seen a 39% increase in our inventory. Other states are going to be in the 20s, and then you get other states like even Florida, they've seen a 70% increase in their inventory. And looking over in California on the other coast, 37%. And then you go up into New York, into the Northeast, only 1.8% increase in their inventory. Now, what we also do know is that inventory is increasing, but we're still below the average. So when you look at the numbers in 2019, pre-pandemic, we're actually 36% below what the inventory levels are now, but we're currently 38% above inventory of where we were last year. So we're continuing to move. We're still in a seller's market, but we're continuing to move towards maybe a balanced market. The threat is interest rates. So when you look at where we are today, interest rates are in that mid 6% range, give or take, depending on which week. We had a good dip here about 10 days ago, and then they peaked back up a little bit. We anticipate that rates are going to come down. They probably aren't going to come down until probably first to second quarter of next year that you're going to see a noticeable decline. We talk about this a lot on our updates. A lot of lenders are building in programs that give the consumers an option to refinance within a 2-year period at a nominal fee. So you take advantage of the opportunities of motivated sellers now, or less competition now if you're looking at buying, and then go ahead and refi when you see that dip in the market next year. Great opportunity, but when the rates do drop down, which again we anticipate starting after the first of the year, you're going to start to see pools of new buyers entering the marketplace because they're going to now be able to requalify at those lower interest rates. So we anticipate that the inventory is going to go down, competition is going to go up. So it'll be rather interesting next year to see what happens. What we also look at is new construction. 1 out of every 3 homes in today's market is a new construction home. So again, these builders have been continuing to ramp up their inventory to get us to a normalized market. But when we see little plateaus in the market of flattening in our buyer demand, we're starting to see these builders are also becoming more motivated. And you're starting to see incentives. So if you're actively looking in the market and you want to learn about some of the incentives or the rebates, make sure you let us know. know. We'd be happy to show you some of the different incentives and values, because we're seeing these builders buying rates down into the 4 and 5% range. We're seeing closing costs get picked up. We're seeing that we were able to negotiate some of the different upgrades. So again, if you're interested in that, let us know. But again, new construction is playing a major role in what our market is today. So let's dive into the local numbers and here in the Front Range. As always, we always look at Fort Collins, Loveland, and the Greeley markets. So when you look at the month of May, you're going to see that with the numbers, we're at 284 homes currently on the market in Fort Collins, 165 in Loveland, and then 158 in Greeley. Those numbers are going to be up a little bit from what they were last month in the month of April. Now what we look is pending. Pending really gives us sort of the heartbeat of where the market is and what things are going. So we're at 180 homes under contract in Fort Collins, 120 in Loveland, and 99 in Greeley. Those numbers are actually down a little bit in the Greeley market, but also in Fort Collins, but actually uptick in the Loveland market. Things are picking up a little bit faster there. Closed sales. You'll see here that sales are continuing to climb as we go into the summer months. Typically, when you look at the seasonality curve, we typically peak around July. So you look at where we are May of 2024, 23, 22 on our diagram here. You'll see all of the peaks. We peak in that May, June, July range, and then we go back down. So again, we anticipate that sales will continue to push upwards into August and September, and then start to push up a little bit in July, and then we'll start to see a little bit of a decline in August and September as kids go back to school. Now we're going to see a percentage of list to sales price. Everyone's always asking us, Kevin, are sellers negotiating? We're starting to see a little bit, but on average, we're seeing 98.7 to 99.7% of list to sales price ratio, meaning sellers are pretty much getting what they're asking for the home. Now, with that said, there are still homes that are being overpriced. Sellers are speculating, and we're seeing a fair amount of more price reductions than normal. But again, the key with builders is builders are keeping those prices up, but what they're doing is the negotiations are coming in form of paying closing costs, buying interest rates down, because they don't want to be slashing prices, because that'll affect the appraised values. So they're working really hard to maintain and keep those values as high as they can. Average days on market, we're looking anywhere from about 44 to 57 days on market. In a normalized market, average days on market will range, depending on where you're at, anywhere from 90 to 120 days. So we really are in a normal, in an abnormal market, even though we can a lot of times we just compare what the market was just a couple of years ago and things were flying off the shelf. We are going to get back to that, unfortunately, but what I would say is this: we're taking a breather right now. Enjoy the opportunity if you're buying out there, where you can take your time a little bit more and have the opportunity to take a deep breath and sleep on it overnight, and not feel like you're forced to make a decision in 24 hours. Now, average sales price, we're looking at $768 in the Fort Collins market, $652 in Loveland, and $470 in Greeley. So depending where you want to be in the Colorado Front Range, there's a lot of great opportunities. As you've seen in some of our other videos, as we compare some of the different communities to each other, they all have a unique difference and a lot of the unique amenities, whether it is the active lifestyle that you have outside and being close to the Front Range, whether you're looking for affordability and you want to come back 15-20 minutes east from the Front Range mountains there, you're going to save $100,000-$200,000. So it depends on affordability, depends on convenience, depends on do you want to be in Old Town and be right in the mix of everything, or do you want a little bit of the rural living and take advantage of some of the surrounding communities that offer a little slower paced lifestyle and offer also a little softer on the pocketbook. By the way, I want to also remind everybody, if you're curious about how the market has affected your home value, go to our instant home value page. Here you can enter your address, enter your information, and we'll send over an evaluation letting you know where the market is today at just a glimpse of where the market is and what your home could sell for in a general range. If you're thinking about selling and you want to know more of a detailed analysis, we'd be happy to meet with you. You can hit me up on call give me a call on my cell phone below, shoot me a text, and I'd be happy to set up a time where we can take a look at all of the different improvements you've made to your home and really let you know to the number of what could you sell your home for in today's market, and what are you going to walk away with, and what's that net dollar going to be. Every once in a while, we run into a situation where people need to move fast. It's a job relocation. Maybe it's an estate sale, divorce, whatever it may be. We always want to let people know about our instant cash offer program as well. Here, you have the ability to enter your information, and we'll be able to send you over a cash offer of what one of our investors would pay and close within as little as 16 days or as long as 90 days. You get to pick the closing date, but you have the ability to get a cash offer where you can make some decisions and move on based on what your current situation is. As always, we always appreciate your time, and we always appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, drop a comment, let us know what additional information you would like to know about the Colorado Front Range here in Northern Colorado. We'd be happy to put out additional content that you're looking for to help you in your move, or help you if you're looking at buying or selling a home here in Northern Colorado.